Here's a replay of the best kind of Redshire game, one that's over very quickly. Well, comparatively very quickly. I'm rolling my T54 with Steel Horse and Hardest. We're all in quite fast, small mediums. So we're going to try and work the west side of the map. I'm going to my usual spot at K2 first. Steel Horse and Hardest will be backing me up. We're pretty much the only competent players in this entire match. Our team are bad, the enemy team are bad, so... Also top tier, which is nice. We don't have tier 9 heavies, the enemy don't have any tier 9 mediums, but that's okay. I'd rather good mediums over bad heavies. Not to say their tanks are bad, their players are bad. So Hardest heads down the river, using the banks to screen his right side from attack. Steel Horse heads to the base of the enemy hill at G5 to try and spot for us. And I go straight for K2 and crash into the edge of the map while I tab out to fix my sound settings. There's a lot of that going around in this match because Steel Horse has to fix his as well. The majority of our heavies are gonna hell camp the ridge up north. That's fine because our platoon will get work done down here. So the Type 59 is spotted. I get a quick shot into him. I did have a heat round load as my first shot in case I ran into a heavy tank. Wasn't necessary. So back to AP. I bounce. Wasn't really a well-aimed shot. I think I hit him too high. Hit either the top of his upper front plate or the bottom of his turret. But Hardest is working his way down the riverbank to try and get some shots on him from there. And Steel Horse is seeing if he can get some of them up in his position as well. So this guy's in a really bad spot. He's getting shot from 3 directions, more or less. And sure enough, that's over in a hurry. Our IS-6 suicides into the north side alone and discovers 2 of the enemy's 3 tier 9 tanks. Hardest pushes up the river. I sit still for a moment. I want to let him get up there before I move into the open. He's covered from the hill. I'm not, if I move now. So he gets into position. The Tiger gets across to the river without being shot, so I decide I will follow. Hardest posts up in a bush where he's camouflaged. Our Tiger doesn't understand the meaning of the word camouflage and just drives across the open, takes a hit for it. So I move up here. Hardest was, I think, bitching about his gun depression in TeamSpeak at the time. The spot I just drove up is a good spot for a Wheezy 120 because it's quite flat. So we spotted an AMX 5100 and get some shots into him. Oh, and an IS. Nice. Take out the autoloader first. IS isn't really a huge threat, but it'd be nice to just get rid of him because he's spotting me for the enemy, and you know, if he does manage to pen me, he will do a fair amount of damage. Getting shot from the hill, not by the Tiger because he's in cover to me. I can't tell what. Steel Horse deals with the Tiger, so that's one less thing to get shots on us. I begin to push up on the IS that T44 comes with. In fact, he runs ahead of me slightly. There's the IS, dead. And Tiger 2 on top of the hill, that was probably what hit me before. With... no, it couldn't have been, unless he's shooting HE. Might have been one of their... no, it was their Panther, that's right. I'm pretty sure it was their Panther. Still haven't got around to installing that shell type mod yet. I'll have to do that when the game patches. Anyway, this side of the map is basically clear. There's a couple things on the hillside we'll need to clear out, and there they are. So I just push through, sort of recklessly. These 2 are occupied with my platoon mates in front of them. So I got beautiful side shots. They got an AFK T29 in their spawn. Never want to turn down an opportunity for 0 effort, XP and credits. I decide to just start wailing on him. But I do try and keep some buildings between myself and the hill, just in case. There are still tanks up there. There's a Tiger 1 and some other things. So I messed that shot up badly. I was going over a hill and had no depression at the time I fired. bag that guy, and then the Wheezy 132 clowns me. Watch this. This is why I bounced, you know. And here I'm auto-aiming. I'm not sure why. I think I was just retarded and didn't want to aim manually, and it cost me a lot of hit points. I sort of nudged him with my corner there. You see that, to spin him out? It worked. He gave me a nice shot into his back. Auto-aim has trouble tracking moving targets because it doesn't account for lead, but I gave him just the slightest nudge so that he'd be moving away from me rather than around me, so I could get a shot in. Regardless, I shouldn't have auto-aimed. It was a big mistake. I should have just manual aimed him or sat still and spun on the spot. I don't know why I didn't. I guess I was overconfident at this point, but I'll just keep that in mind for next time. Take a risky shot which nearly hits hardest, but bounces off the ST1's thick turret. So, nice quick match. Redshire done. 6 minutes, not even. 5 minutes 50. That's quite good. So, just under 3k damage. Yeah, a fair bit of that was on an AFK tank. You know, if I didn't take shots at the AFK, I would still have about 2500 damage, which is not really spectacular for a T-54, but it was damage that needed to happen. Once we got that one line cleared up and started engaging the guys on the hill, there was really nothing they could do to slow us down. So, all in all, nice fast game, pretty well played, brothers in arms out of it. Although only barely, I nearly got myself killed, and a very good demonstration of why you should not auto-aim like me.